In a small African village, where dreams were as fragile as the morning mist, a young woman's heart was about to be torn apart. Adanna was a beautiful and vibrant young woman from a humble village. Everyone admired her warmth, her laughter, and the hope she carried even in hard times. She loved life and believed in love, but her life was about to be torn apart. Adanna had a love that was true and pure. His name was Chinedu, a hardworking young man from the same humble background. He adored her, respected her, and promised her a life filled with happiness. Together, they laughed under the big Iroko tree, shared roasted corn, and dreamed about a future where nothing could separate them. Chinedu would always say, "One day, I will marry you, even if the world fights me." Adanna would smile, blush, and pretend she didn't take him seriously, even though her heart already belonged to him. But the world did fight them. One afternoon, as Adanna and Chinedu were laughing under the tree, her mother appeared like a storm. She shouted at Adanna, ordering her to stand immediately. She declared that a wealthy man, Chief Okoro, had asked for Adanna's hand in marriage and that the family had already agreed. No discussion. No negotiation. No concern for Adanna's feelings. Chinedu tried to speak, begging her mother to reconsider. He reminded her that they loved each other deeply, that they had dreams, that they were committed. But her mother silenced him immediately. "Love does not pay bills," she said coldly. "We need security. Chief Okoro can provide that. You cannot." Dragged away, Adanna left Chinedu standing under the tree, helpless, his heart breaking as he watched the girl he loved being taken from him. That night, Chinedu could not sleep. His mind raced with desperation. He sneaked to Adanna's window, tapping gently until she appeared, trembling. "Tell me it's not true," he pleaded. Adanna, shaking, whispered, "I don't have a choice. My family has chosen this for me. Poverty has stolen my freedom." Chinedu begged her to run with him, to escape the nightmare, but fear had rooted her in place. She closed the window, shutting out the only man who had ever truly loved her. The next day was the wedding. Drums beat loudly, villagers danced, and Chief Okoro, wealthy and intimidating, dressed in gold, waited proudly. Adanna walked toward him, her steps heavy and her eyes hollow. When asked by the priest if she accepted Chief Okoro as her husband, she whispered yes. Somewhere in the crowd, hidden, Chinedu watched, crushed, unable to stop the world from taking the woman he loved. But the nightmare did not end at the wedding. Chief Okoro was cruel, controlling, and violent. Behind closed doors, Adanna faced a reality that was worse than she could have imagined. He slapped her for small mistakes, shouted at her, mocked her tears, and restricted her from seeing her family. She became a shadow of her former self, the vibrant, laughing young woman now trapped in fear and sorrow. One night, Chief Okoro returned home drunk and furious. He pushed Adanna against a wall, and she fell, hitting her head. It was the moment her spirit snapped. Trembling, bruised, and desperate, Adanna grabbed her wrapper and ran into the night. She ran barefoot through the mud, soaked by the pouring rain, refusing to spend one more moment as a prisoner in her own life. And as she ran, she collided with hope. Chinedu, returning late from the farm, spotted her collapsed in the rain. Without thinking, he ran to her, lifting her gently into his arms. "Adanna, look at me," he said, his voice trembling with relief and fear. She opened her eyes weakly, whispering, "I should have chosen you. I'm so sorry." Chinedu held her tightly, refusing to let go again. For the first time in months, Adanna felt a spark of freedom, love, and courage. The storm around them mirrored the storm in her heart, but Chinedu's embrace reminded her that love could still survive, even in the face of cruelty and heartbreak. And before the story ends, Adanna looks directly at the listener, her voice breaking but strong. If you believe every woman deserves to choose her own happiness, if you believe love should never be stolen by fear or wealth, please support this message. Subscribe to More African Folktales. Together, we can share stories that matter and give voice to those who are silenced. Her story fades into the night, leaving a lesson, a warning, and a hope. No one should ever live a life they didn't choose, and love, when true, is worth fighting for, always. Please subscribe, like, share and comment.